Hi everyone, welcome back to the course. In this lesson, we are diving into something that can either be your best friend or your worst nightmare as a developer: infinite loops and the loop control. Now you might be thinking, wait, didn't we already cover the break and continue? Yes, we did, but today we are going deeper. We will talk about what happen when loops go wrong, how to intentionally create infinite loops when you need them, and most importantly, how to stay in control. So let's jump to write your code. So at first, what is an infinite loop? An infinite loop is a loop that never stops executing because its terminating condition is never met. It makes running forever, or at least until your browser crash or you force stop your program. Okay, so let me show you the most classic example. You see, so that means it's this condition is simply true, which means it always be true. This loop has no way to exit naturally. Now, there is another common mistake that create an infinite loop accidentally, and that is this, because there is no increment, right? Well, without increment I plus plus, the value of I is stay at 0 forever, right? So I less than 10 is always return true. Your loop never ends. So if you accidentally run an infinite loop in your browser, your tab might be freeze. Just close the tab, or use your browser task manager to kill it. Okay. So this is happen when you are accidentally do something wrong. Okay. So when are the infinite loops useful? Great question. Infinite loop are actually used intentionally in many real world scenario. Like in the video games use the infinite loops to continuously update the game state, render graphics, and check for user input. Okay. Suppose the code example is this is in function. Okay. And this always return true. That means this is intentional. Okay. And here is this actually server actually listening this. Web server use the infinite loops to continuously listen for the incoming request. And real-time application like chat apps, live dashboards, or streaming service need loops that keep running to fetch and display new data. Then what is the key difference? These infinite loop have exit condition built inside using break statement or are designed to run for the lifetime of the application. So the next question will be loop control technique. Then how to control this, right? This example should be here. Okay. Then how to control this loop technique? All right. Let's talk about the loop control. The strategies we use to manage how and when loops execute. So when it execute, there is a four method I note down it. The using the break properly, like we have seen the break before, right? But let's see it in the context of of an infinite loop. This is actually control infinite loop. We set it to run forever, but we have an explicit exit condition. Okay. Then second is using the continue for flow control. Remember, the continue skips the current iteration and jumps to the next one, right? So example will be like this. What is it? You see, if divided by I modular 2 equal 0, that means then they skip the even number, right? So it's only render the odd number. Okay. So we already seen this example before, right? Okay. Second is flag variables for control. Actually, sometimes you need more complex exit conditions. So that's why the flag variables comes in. And the example actually look like this. This gives you a much more readable and the maintainable code when you have a multiple exit condition. You see the complex condition. So this is another example. So just understood how it happening to the flag variable for control. So let's check in our terminal how it looks like. So it would be great to understanding the output with the code example. So save this, go to your terminal, note infinite loop forever, Control C. It's freeze my terminal. Okay, no problem. Okay, now Control C, it's finished. You see, this is infinite. It's run and run. Okay, no problem. Okay, go to our VS Code. Now, labels for the nested loop control. Here is something powerful but really tough level statement. These let you break out of outer loops from the inside nested loops. Okay, that's why it's called the level for nested loop control. This is a complex code. Just try to understood and remember this. When we are cover up our actually this outer loop, this is a level is a name placed before a loop or block, so you can target it with break or continue. Okay, think of it like tagging the outer loop with a sign, then telling JavaScript break that specific loop, even if you are currently inside a deeper inner loop. Okay, so the core pattern is this level outer loop is attached to the outer for. Okay, outer for. Then break outer loop jumps out of the level loop immediately. Skip the rest of both loops. Okay, without the level, break would only exist in inner loop, and the outer loop would keep iterating. Okay, so console log it. Also, sorry, comment it. Then go to your terminal. Let's see what comes up. I mean, what it prints. Note infinite. You see, done. How it comes up? Because it's break out the both loops. Okay, so this is the result, and it's get the result for intentionally how you are actually want to loop it. So that's why it's called the level for the nested loop. This is a level for the nested loop control. How you can controlling this loop. Okay. Okay, great. So now the next question is, I mean, next topic is the common pitfall for debugging. The first pitfall is forgetting to update the loop variable. Actually, let's talk about the mistake that lead to accidental infinite loop for this pitfall. I mean, the first example. So this forgetting to update the loop variable actually look like this example. Okay, missing the increment. Second part is the wrong comparison operator. We already discussed about it previous lesson, right? Okay, great. Second and the third would be condition never become a false. Yeah, I think you noticed something. I repeated code multiple times. Sometimes practical example, sometimes real world example. I'm saying that and then putting the code here. But because this would be a great for you to remember, it would be remembering because it's really help you whenever you are watching this tutorial. It's natural. You can forget it, right? But when you seen multiple times, repeat and again and again and again, then you could remember it easily. Okay. So here when the x equal 8, it jumped to 10, but then to 12. I mean 10, 12. So x not equal 10 is true again, and we are stuck. So that's why, and you see, it's actually skip the 10 and goes 8, 10, and 12. It's increment in 2 index per loop. Okay. So there is one helpful tips for you for debugging. Always add a safety counter when testing loops. like this. Okay, this is the safety limit reach. Then you easily understood what is happening here. Great. Okay, now we are almost finished our lesson. This is our practical example for you. The first example is user input validation, and the second example is finding the fast match in the nested data. Okay, so in our first example, I think I don't need to tell again because this is the user validation input, and we already seen this example before in our other loop, right? So I just skip this, and here just comment it. And the second example, the finding the fast match in the nested data. This is an array of object. We will learn more about this array and object our upcoming tutorial, so don't worry. And here you see this level of what it calls. Remember? You remember this level? What it calls a level of nested loop control, right? Okay, great. All right. So let's wrap up this. Today we actually learned the what infinite loop are and when they are dangerous. Scenario where the infinite loop are actually useful. Advanced loop control techniques, including the flags and levels, right? Then common pitfall and the how to debug them. Practical real world example. Okay. Remember, loop are powerful, but with the great power comes with great responsibility. Always make sure your loops have a clear exit strategy. Great. Now, in the next video, we will move on to string, where we will explore one of the most important JavaScript data type in depth. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more JavaScript content, and drop a comment if you have question. I read them all. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.